Kiet's shrill scream sliced through Chatuchak Market's din, the 12-year-old homeless orphan, brown-skinned, in torn clothes, collapsing, arm broken. Hollow-eyed, trembling, he clutched his arm, suffering as Somsak, fat, tattooed, dangerous, loomed, crushing the baguette, snarling, "Steal again, you'll lose more," mocking his hunger, tossing bread in dust. Shoppers froze, vendors clutched stalls, whispering nervously, food sizzling, heat oppressive. Jason Statham, in a white t-shirt, eyes narrowing at Kiet's cry, stepped through the crowd, saying to Sarah, "Get him to a hospital." He faced Somsak, growling, "You break a kid's arm over bread?" Market falling silent, crowd gasping. Before we dive in, let us know where you are watching from today, like the video, and subscribe to catch Jason Statham's epic showdown. The Chatuchak Market thrummed, vendors shouting over sizzling food, fabrics fluttering in the sweltering Bangkok heat, exhaust thick, crowds jostling, stalls creaking, gravel crunching underfoot, tuk-tuks honking. The air shimmered, the market a chaotic symphony of Thai and broken English, stalls brimming with baguettes and trinkets, the din a pulse of life. Shoppers haggled, vendors hawked, their voices sharp, the heat oppressive, the ground gritty, the market's intensity a crucible where hunger and hustle collided, Kiet's stomach growling, his brown skin dusty, torn clothes flapping, a homeless orphan unseen amid the bustle, his plight a silent cry. Jason Statham wove through the throng, his Muay Thai-honed frame calm, shoulders taut in a white t-shirt and cargo shorts, calluses on his knuckles faint scars of discipline. On vacation after Expendables 5, he browsed stalls, craving Bangkok's raw vibe, his tough Great Yarmouth childhood a shadow, hunger a memory, bread a luxury. His tense jaw met the market's chaos, eyes sharp, reflecting on survival, the heat a spark to his grit. With Sarah, his assistant, he moved quietly, her water bottle in hand, her presence a steady anchor, the market's din a backdrop, his calm a storm waiting, Kiet's unseen struggle a call. Somsak, fat, tattooed, dangerous, loomed at his bread stall, golden baguettes piled high, his bellows cutting through the crowd. Humiliated by Kiet's theft, a 12-year-old's grab exposing his stall's vulnerability, he feared other thieves emboldened, his short temper afire, tattoos flashing under rolled sleeves. Locals whispered of his violence, broken fingers over a mango, his cruelty a mark, seeking to reassert control, Kiet's theft a wound to his pride, his snarl a vow, the market's heat fueling his rage, vendors hushing, shoppers eyeing Kiet's torn clothes, the boy's hunger a spark he'd crush. Sarah trailed Statham, water bottle in hand, eyes scanning for trouble, her heart racing at the market's pulse, Kiet's plight unseen but felt, her alertness a reflex. She watched the crowd, her quick glance catching Kiet's torn clothes, brown skin dusty, his gaunt frame weaving, stomach growling, a silent plea in the chaos, her role a bridge to Statham's action, the heat oppressive, stalls creaking. Shoppers jostled, vendors hushed, their murmurs low, he's trouble, the market's din a shield, Kiet's hunger a cry, Sarah's readiness a vow, the crowd's inaction a wait, the boy's struggle a call. The climax loomed, Statham's tense jaw tightening at the market's chaos, his childhood hunger a memory, Kiet's unseen theft a spark, his Muay Thai discipline a fire waiting. Sarah's glance at Kiet's torn clothes sharpened, her heart pounding, the boy's plight a signal, shoppers eyeing his dusty skin, vendors hushing, poor kid. Their murmurs a ripple, signaling defiance, the market's pulse a drum, tuk-tuks honking, gravel crunching, exhaust thick. Kiet's stomach growled, his brown eyes hollow, his torn clothes a banner, the boy's courage a spark, Somsak's rage a shadow, the market trembling, Statham's intervention a heartbeat away, the crowd's whispers a chorus, the dramatized confrontation poised, ready for justice. Somsak's snarl roared through Chatuchak Market, "Steal again, you'll lose more." Kicking the dusty baguette from Kiet's grasp, the 12-year-old homeless orphan whimpering, arm limp, brown skin dusty, torn clothes flapping. The fat, tattooed vendor, dangerous, sneered at Jason Statham, "Mind your business, Farang," shoving his chest, tattoos flashing under rolled sleeves. Stalls creaked, heat heavy, voices shouted, exhaust wafted, gravel crunched, the Bangkok crowd buzzing, shoppers whispering, vendors gasping, tourists stepping back, Kiet's cry echoing, his hollow eyes pleading, stomach growling, the market's din a chaotic pulse, Somsak's cruelty ablaze, his dominance a taunt, the dusty bread a spark. Jason Statham, white t-shirt taut, Muay Thai-honed, stood firm, fists tightening, eyes steady. "You break a kid's arm over bread," he growled, his London accent thick, warning Somsak, voice cutting through the heat. The crowd's murmurs stilled, stalls creaking, gravel crunching, Kiet's whimper piercing, his broken arm limp, brown skin glistening, torn clothes a banner of hunger. Statham paused, ensuring Sarah's tuk-tuk departed with Kiet, her water bottle left behind, rushing the boy to safety, his eyes scanning the narrow alley, the market's chaos a heartbeat, shoppers whispering, "He's brave," vendors gasping, Somsak mad, tourists stepping back, fear heavy. Somsak lumbered forward, gut heaving, swinging a wild punch, sneering, "Fight, Farang!" Daring Statham, tattoos flashing, oblivious to the crowd. His bellows shook the stalls, "You're nothing!" His short temper afire, Kiet's theft a wound, his control slipping, the market's heat fueling his rage, exhaust wafting, voices shouting. Shoppers murmured, "He's dangerous," vendors hissed, "Kid's hurt," tourists backed away, Kiet's pain a cry, his arm limp, his brown eyes tearful, the dusty bread trampled, Somsak shove a spark, the crowd's inaction await, the alley a crucible, gravel crunching underfoot. Statham's pause lingered, a brief struggle, ensuring Kiet's safety, Sarah's tuk-tuk fading, hesitating to escalate violence, his Muay Thai discipline a vow, eyes scanning the alley, Kiet's whimper a call, his torn clothes dusty, brown skin bruised, his hunger a plea. "Last chance," Statham said, voice low, fists tight, the heat heavy, stalls creaking, the crowd's gasps sharp, shoppers whispering, "He's not scared," vendors muttering, "Somsak's done." Somsak's punch flew, wild and clumsy, his sneer desperate, Kiet's theft a sting, his ego a shield, the market's din a roar, tourists stepping back, the alley tightening, voices shouting. The crowd's tension surged, a shopper gasping, "He'll fight," a vendor whispering, "Kid needs him," tourists murmuring, "Somsak's too big," their eyes on Statham, his white t-shirt crisp, his calm a blade, Kiet's pain a spark, his brown skin dusty, arm limp, whimpering softly. Somsak's taunts faltered, "Come on, Farang!" His voice cracking, tattoos flashing, his gut heaving, the slaps echo, Kiet's broken arm, a wound, his cruelty a stain, the crowd's outrage swelling, shoppers whispering doubts, vendors gasping, "He's fearless." The market's pulse pounding, exhaust wafting, gravel crunching. Kiet's tearful eyes met Statham's, his torn clothes a vow, his hunger a cry, his brown skin bruised, his small frame trembling, the dusty bread a symbol, his pain a call. The crowd suspense tightened, a tourist muttering, "He's gotta stop him," shoppers whispering, "Somsak's wrong," vendors gasping, Sarah's tuk-tuk gone, Kiet safe, the alley a stage, Statham's fists ready, his calm a storm, Somsak's punch a spark, the market's din a drum, the crowd's hope rising, tourists stepping back, the dramatized brawl poised, Somsak's aggression a fading roar, Statham's response a heartbeat away, the crowd's outrage a fire, ready for justice to erupt. Somsak's roar thundered through Chatuchak Market, "You're nothing!" Lunging at Jason Statham, swinging a meaty fist, aiming to shame him publicly. "Weak Farang," he jeered, mocking Statham's calm, tattoos gleaming, his fat frame heaving, heat sweltering, stalls rattling, crowd buzzing, food smoking, voices rising. The dangerous vendor's eyes blazed, Kiet's theft a wound, his control slipping, sneering, "Go back to your movies." Vendors murmured, shoppers cheered nervously, tourists gawked, a vendor gripped a crate, Kiet's cries fading in the tuk-tuk, Sarah rushing him to safety, the Bangkok alley tight, gravel crunching, exhaust wafting, Somsak's taunts afire, the crowd suspense a roar. Statham stood firm, white t-shirt crisp, Muay Thai-honed, eyes fixed, a deep breath, gauging the alley's tight space, ensuring no harm to bystanders, his discipline echoing, restraint a vow. His fist stayed low, the market's din pulsing, shoppers muttering doubts, "He's not scared," vendors whispering, "Somsak's too much." Somsak's taunt surged, "You can't touch me!" Swinging again, his gut heaving, tattoos flashing, jeering Statham's restraint, "Saving a thief, huh?" The crowd's tension swelled, tourists whispering support, "He's brave," a shopper edging closer, voices rising, stalls creaking, heat heavy, the alley a crucible, Statham's calm a blade, suspense coiling. The market buzzed, vendors muttering, "Kid was starving," shoppers cheering nervously, "Get him!" A tourist gawking, "He's tough." Statham's hesitation lingered, his breath slow, ensuring Sarah's tuk-tuk was gone, Kiet safe, his Muay Thai focus sharp, the alley's chaos a spark, food smoking, gravel crunching. "You're soft," Somsak bellowed, lunging, his fist wild, mocking, "No fight in you." The crowd gasped, a vendor whispering doubts, Somsak's losing it, tourists murmuring, "He's got guts." The market's heat sweltering, stalls rattling, Statham's eyes unyielding, his restraint a vow, the crowd's hope flickering, voices shouting, Kiet's pain a distant echo. Quick! Will Statham fight or talk to save Kiet's honor? Vote now in the comments. Somsak's escalation roared, "You're a nobody!" His meaty fist swinging, aiming to crush Statham's calm, tattoos gleaming, his dangerous bulk looming, the alley narrowing, shoppers muttering doubts. He's wrong, vendors gasping, kid needed help. The crowd shift sparked, a vendor shouting, "Help the kid!" Voice raw, a tourist cheering, "Go on!" Vendors nodding fiercely, shoppers clapping, questioning Somsak's dominance. "He's a bully!" A shopper hissed, another clapped, "Stop him!" The market's din swelling, heat heavy, food smoking, the crowd's hope afire, tourists whispering, "He's a hero," Statham's white t-shirt a banner, his focus a storm. Statham's breath steadied, gauging the alley, his hesitation a moment, his discipline a shield, Kiet's broken arm a call, his torn clothes a vow, brown skin bruised, Sarah's tuk-tuk gone, the market's pulse pounding, stalls creaking, voices rising. "You're done." Somsak spat, lunging, his taunts sharp, jeering Statham's silence. "No match for me." The crowd's cheers grew, a vendor nodding, "He's got this," shoppers clapping, "Take him down." Tourists cheering, the alley a stage, Statham's calm a fire, the market's heat a drum, gravel crunching, exhaust wafting, the crowd's suspense ablaze, hope surging. The market's tension peaked, shoppers muttering, "Somsak's too cruel," vendors shouting, "Kid was hungry." Tourists cheering, "He's fearless." Statham's eyes locked, his hesitation fading, his Muay Thai discipline a vow, Kiet's honor a spark, his pain a cry, the alley tight, stalls rattling, voices buzzing. Somsak's sneer wavered, his fist trembling, "Fight, coward!" His voice cracking, tattoos fading in sweat, his dominance teetering, the crowd shift a tide, a shopper clapping, "He's the man!" The market's din roared, heat sweltering, food smoking, Statham's white t-shirt a flag, his focus a blade, the dramatized brawl poised, Somsak's taunts a fading echo, the crowd's hope a roar, Statham's grit a heartbeat away, ready for the clash to ignite justice. The narrow Bangkok alley erupted, dust swirling, crates splintering, as Jason Statham and Somsak clashed, a bare-knuckle brawl testing Muay Thai skill. Market stalls rattled, crates cracked, heat heavy, voices roared, exhaust lingered, gravel skittered, the crowd buzzing. Statham's white t-shirt clung, his Muay Thai-honed frame fluid, sidestepping Somsak's wild punch, tattoos flashing on the fat vendor's arm. "You're done." Somsak roared, lunging, gut heaving, his dangerous bulk looming, aiming to crush Statham's calm. Shoppers stomped, tourists shouted, vendors gasped in awe, Kiet's pain a distant cry, his broken arm avenged, the market's din a storm, Statham's grit afire. Somsak swung, fist flailing, panting, stumbling, sweat pouring, gut quivering, face flushing, eyes widening, his tattoos fading in defeat. Statham's sharp elbow strike slammed his jaw, a crack slicing the air, outmatching the vendor's wild punches, his ego cracking. The crowd roared, a vendor gasping, "He's no tourist!" Waving a ladle, sparking cheers, tourists shouting, "Get him!" Shoppers stomping, "He's tough!" Statham whipped a knee kick, thudding into Somsak's side, the vendor grunting, boots slipping, gravel skittering, voices roaring, the alley a crucible, Statham's precision a blade, the crowd's hope blazing. Statham's skill surged, sidestepping, landing another elbow strike, bone crunching, whipping a knee kick, ribs groaning, avenging Kiet's broken arm. The market's heat pulsed, stalls rattling, exhaust lingering, the crowd's roar swelling, a tourist cheering, "He's a beast!" Shoppers clapping, "Take him down!" Somsak's punches slowed, his dangerous sneer faltering, Kiet's theft, his exposed vulnerability, a wound, his control slipping, the crowd gasping, "He's losing!" Statham's white t-shirt gleamed, his calm unbroken, calluses on his knuckles flashing, the alley tight, crates splintering, the brawl a storm, the crowd's awe-fire voices roaring. The vendor's realization deepened, panting harder, stumbling, sweat drenching his tattoos, face red, eyes wide, Statham's strikes relentless, his wild swings useless, the slaps cruelty, Kiet's broken arm, a shame. A shopper shouted, "He's done!" Tourists roared, "Finish it!" The crowd's hope a tide, vendors gasping in awe, "He's unstoppable!" Statham dodged, his elbow striking Somsak's temple, a dull thud, the vendor reeling, gravel crunching, heat heavy, the market's in a heartbeat, the crowd's cheers surging, shoppers stomping. He's the man. Statham's skill a vow, Kiet's pain a distant cry, the alley a stage. The crowd's roar peaked, a vendor cheering, waving a ladle, "Save the kid!" Tourists shouting, "He's a hero!" Shoppers clapping, phones out, capturing Statham's prowess, his white t-shirt a banner, his Muay Thai precision afire. Somsak's gut quivered, his face flushed, his punches weak, the market stalls rattling, crates cracking, voices roaring, the crowd's hope soaring, a tourist gasping, "He's unreal!" Statham's strike snapped, his kicks whipped, the vendor's tattoos fading, his dangerous bulk crumbling, the alley's chaos a spark, the crowd's awe ablaze, shoppers stomping, vendors cheering, the dramatized brawl a heartbeat from triumph, Statham's grit a storm, Somsak's faltering a shock, the crowd's roar a vow, ready for the vendor's defeat to unfold. Jason Statham's Muay Thai precision blazed, a crisp knee slamming Somsak's gut, a wrenching arm lock pinning him to the Bangkok alley's gravel, hissing, "Touch a kid again, you'll eat through a straw." Stalls creaked, sweat dripped, voices faded, crates thudded, air cooled, the market's heat easing. Somsak's eyes glazed, body slumping, breath hitching, tattoos slick with sweat, defeated, his wild punches failing, Kiet's broken arm avenged, tearful eyes relieved, torn clothes a distant memory. The crowd roared, vendors gasping, shoppers shouting in awe, a vendor waving a cloth, tourists clapping, phones recording, hashtag Statham saves kid spreading, the alley a crucible, Statham's white t-shirt a banner. Somsak's bulk crumpled, his last swing limp, Statham's knee strike a thud, his arm lock iron, the fat vendor's tattoos fading, his dangerous sneer gone, the slap's cruelty, Kiet's broken arm, a shame. "He's a hero!" a tourist shouted, voice raw, shoppers cheering, "He's down!" Vendors gasping, "Unreal!" Statham stepped back, his t-shirt damp, calluses on his knuckles gleaming, avenging Kiet's hunger, the crowd roaring, tourists clapping, "Justice!" The market's din softening, crates thudding, voices fading, gravel skittering, the brawl's end a storm, Statham's skill afire, the crowd's awe ablaze, relief surging. The vendor's realization sank, breath hitching, body slumping, collapsing to the gravel, his ego shattered, Kiet's justice won, his brown skin and torn clothes a distant cry, his hunger avenged. Shoppers shouted in awe, "He's unstoppable!" Vendors cheered, waving cloths, "Kid's safe!" Tourists roared, phones flashing, the crowd's hope soaring, a vendor gasping, "He's no far wrong!" Statham's precision snapped, his lock unrelenting, the alley's air cooling, stalls creaking, the market's pulse slowing, shoppers cheering, "He did it!" The crowd's relief a tide, Kiet's pain a vow, Statham's stand a beacon. The market's chaos eased, crates silent, sweat dripping, the crowd's roar softening, tourists clapping, "He's the man!" Shoppers shouting, "Somsak's done!" Statham's calm held, his white t-shirt crisp, his Muay Thai skill a storm, the vendor's defeat a shock, his tattoos slick, his bulk a ruin. A vendor cheered, "For Kiet!" Tourists gasped, phones out, hashtag Statham saves kid trending, the crowd's awe swelling, shoppers shouting in awe, "He's a legend!" The alley a stage, gravel skittering, air cooling, Statham's prowess afire, the market's din a hum, Kiet's justice a spark, hope blazing. Somsak's breath faltered, his eyes glazed, his dangerous bulk slumped, the crowd's cheers peaking, a tourist shouting, "Hero!" Vendors gasping, "He's finished!" Shoppers clapping, the market stalls creaking, voices fading, the brawl's end a vow, Statham's skill a triumph, Kiet's hunger avenged. The crowd's relief surged, tourists cheering, "He saved him!" Vendors waving cloths, the alley's heat easing, crates thudding, Statham's calm a storm's end, the market's pulse quieting, shoppers shouting, "Justice!" The crowd's hope afire, Kiet's torn clothes a memory, his brown skin a testament, the dramatized clash complete. Somsak scrambled, head bowed, muttering, his tattoos hidden, his ego crushed, the crowd roaring, shoppers cheering, "He's out!" Tourists clapping, vendors gasping in awe, phones flashing, hashtag Statham saves kid soaring, the market's in a chorus, stalls creaking, air cooling, gravel skittering, Statham's white t-shirt a flag, his stand a vow, Kiet's justice sealed, the crowd's awe spark, the alley a crucible. The dramatized triumph a beacon, Somsak's defeat a jolt, the market alive with hope, ready for his humbled aftermath to unfold. Somsak scrambled up, muttering apologies, humiliated, shoulders hunched, tattoos veiled, his fat frame shrinking in the Bangkok alley. His stall stood shunned, shoppers turning away, vendors boycotting, his reputation ruined, facing assault charges, fleeing the market, eyes averted, gravel settling, voices softening. The Chatuchak crowd roared, tourists praising, "He got what he deserved." Shoppers cheering, "Somsak's finished." Phones flashing, hashtag Statham saves kid trending, the market quiet, air cooling, stalls still, the vendor's shame a shadow, his dangerous sneer a memory, Kiet's broken arm a wound he'd bear, the crowd's relief a tide, the alley's dust calm, his defeat a jolt. Jason Statham stepped into Bumrungrad Hospital sterile ward, white t-shirt crisp, Muay Thai-honed, resting a hand on Kiet's shoulder, the 12-year-old orphan's brown skin clean, torn clothes gone, eyes brightening, cast steady. "You're safe now," Statham said, voice low, his empathy warm, listening to Kiet's story through a translator, the boy's hunger eased with his first proper meal. "Huge thanks to fan name for standing with Kiet," he added, no gloat, his London accent soft, the hospital hum steady, air cooling, voices softening, Kiet's relief a spark, his torn past a memory, Statham's compassion a vow, the crowd's awe echoing. A vendor, eyes alight, stood in the market, inspired by Statham, vowing to aid street kids, planning daily food handouts, rallying others, no more hunger. His ladle waved, uniting vendors, "We'll feed them!" Shoppers nodding, he's right, tourists praising, "That's heart!" The vendor's resolve burned, Kiet's plied a call, his brown skin and cast a symbol, the market's lights dimming, gravel settling, the crowd's hope afire, vendors murmuring, "We're with him," shoppers cheering, "For the kids!" The market quiet, air fresh, the vendor's vow a beacon, uniting stalls, the dramatized aftermath a spark, hope rising. The crowd's relief swelled, tourists clapping, "Statham's a hero!" Shoppers murmuring, "Kiet's safe," vendors boycotting Somsak stall, "No more!" Their voices firm, the market's din fading, stalls silent, voices softening, Kiet's eyes brightening, his cast steady, his hunger eased, his brown skin glowing, torn clothes a distant cry. Somsak's shame deepened, fleeing, avoiding eyes, his stall empty, charges looming, his tattoos hidden, his dangerous bulk a ruin, the crowd's cheers a lesson, tourists praising, he's humbled, vendors nodding, "Good riddance." The market's air cooling, gravel settled, the alley's chaos gone, relief surging. Statham sat by Kiet, his empathy steady, funding his care through Bond Deck Foundation, $50,000 for food, shelter, education, a group home secured, his donation quiet, the hospital's sterile hum a backdrop, Kiet's relief a vow, his brown eyes hopeful, his cast a badge. The crowds all lingered, shoppers whispering, "He's more than a star," tourists murmuring, "He changed Kiet's life," vendors rallying, "We'll keep it going," the market's lights dimming, stalls still, the vendor's handouts a promise, Kiet's hunger a memory, Statham's compassion a fire, the crowd's hope a spark, the dramatized justice a beacon. The market's pulse softened, vendors murmuring reverence, "He's a legend," shoppers nodding, "Kids got a chance," tourists praising, "That's real," their voices low, the air fresh, gravel quiet, Kiet's brown skin and torn past a vow, his eyes bright, his future funded, Statham stand a call. Somsak stall, a ghost, his charges sealed, his shame a lesson, the crowd's relief a chorus, vendors whispering, "We're better now," shoppers cheering, "For Kiet!" The market's din stilled, the hospital's hum fading, Statham's empathy alight, the vendor's resolve aflame, hope enduring. Statham slipped out, boots scuffing, leaving the hospital, market lights dimming, vendors murmuring reverence. "He's the real deal," tourists whispering, "He saved him," shoppers silent, their awe him, Kiet's cast steady, his brown eyes bright, his relief a vow. The market quieted, air cooling, gravel settled, the dramatized triumph a vow, Statham's quiet exit a spark, Kiet's future secured, the vendor's handouts a beacon, the crowd's hope a fire, the street alive, the lasting impact unfolding, ready for a movement to rise. The Chatuchak Market stilled, air crisp, lights fading, Jason Statham stand a beacon of compassion, uniting a market for street kids like Kiet, brown-skinned, resilient. His Muay Thai grit showed strength, shielding the vulnerable, inspiring vendors' tales to linger, a spark for Bangkok's youth. Somsak, once dangerous, fled, head bowed, avoiding stalls, tattoos faded in disgrace, rethinking his cruelty, a hint of humility in his retreat. True heroism ignited hope, Kiet's new start, his cast a hope, sparking change with the vendor's kindness, offering meals to the hungry, vendors' tales a vow. The market, once chaotic, stood calm, air fresh, Statham's heroism awe-inspiring, Kiet's recovery a light, relief washing through as Somsak's shame settled, his cruelty a lesson. Statham's compassion, a quiet fire, fueled a movement, the market's pulse soft, hope enduring. If you believe compassion wins, like now, comment your help for kids.